Yeah, so it's such a great honor to have Barrister Chedu again in the studios, and today we'll be talking about wills. I don't deem it fit, for myself to introduce you. I feel you do a better job as introducing yourself. So let's just meet you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for having me. My name is Chedu Victor Aliogo. I'm a legal practitioner with about 17 years
You don't see.
post-school practice. I'm also in Notary Public. Then I'm heavily involved in sports law,
Yeah.
which is my area of expertise, as well as commercial and corporate services. So
Yeah.
that's who
Thank
I
you
am.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So today we are going to be talking about wills.
Yeah.
I know that wills, the issue of wills, from an African background, it's like a very touchy issue. Some people even believe that if they sign a will, that means they've already given the spirits a leeway to take them. Like if you have a will, that means you are planning to die, or that means you want to die, or that means you may die soon. Those kinds of stuff. So somehow people always find a reason why they shouldn't maybe consult a lawyer to have a will, or to just have something documented to say, okay, this is how I want my affairs to be guided by once I'm gone. Even me asking this question now, like, it's not a question people want to really sit down to really think about. But the truth remains that the effect of not having a will has its own impact at the end of the day. But we would like to know what this will even, what is even a will?
A will is a legal document made by an individual,
Yes, sir.
whether male or female. For a male is a testator, for a female is a testatrix.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm a lawyer. I just knew testator. I didn't know those testatrix.
So there's a testatrix with the female
Yeah.
deciding how he or she wants his property to be shared, or whatever he has left on earth after departure. Whatever he has left, this is how I want it to be shared amongst my children, my siblings, or any family member, or for as charity.
Yeah.
The will, in other words, it is said to be ambulatory. What it means that it speaks from death. A will is not valid until the testator or the testatrix dies. That is when it comes into effect. As far as that maker, the testator or the testatrix is alive, that will is of no effect. It only comes in alive. It is deemed in a state of comatose.
Yeah.
It's barely alive, it's barely living. It's just there. But when the testator now dies, automatically, the death of the testator or the testatrix gives life to the will. So the will now begins to say, okay, this is my property in Maitama at Ghana Street. It should go to my first son. This property goes to this person. This goes to this. Take 10 million naira and give to XYZ orphanage every month for a period of 10 years. It allows the maker or the testator dictate how things are done. If probably he had a child that was rude to him ab initio, it allows him eliminate or he uses that document to eliminate that child from getting anything, so that it serves as a lesson to him that you should have behaved better.
Wow.
So in this part of the world where we are, at the mention of a will, it sends shivers
Sincerely
to a lot of people who are not aware of the implication. And the truth is that a will saves you a lot of headache. You realize that a man can be alive and everybody is sucking up to him. He has money, he has influence. But the minute he dies and he has assets, different people will come from different corners to lay claims. A family so united can disintegrate in one fell swoop in the absence of a will. Except the man dies a pauper and there is little or nothing.
There's nothing to grab.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But where there is something to take,
the
families, more often than not, without a will, usually never stay the same.
Yeah.
It's rare for them to stay the same.
I want to know, refusal to write a will.
Yeah.
would you consider it an act of faith or an act of fear? Is there a faith angle to not having a will? Like,
In Africa, particularly in Nigeria, there's this. We grew up in church. A lot of us grew up in church,
yeah,
and there's this scripture that says, "I will live and not die to declare the works of the Lord in the land of the living."
yeah,
So if somebody comes to tell you, "Sir, with everything you have gathered, I don't think you write a will," you may even snap.
I am for
God
signs,
forbid.
I am for signs and wonders.
And for signs and wonders.
I will live like the palm tree. The
Yes.
promised year is 120.
Yes.
Yeah.
But nobody is leaving this earth alive. Just know that one.
I have peace.
The truth is, I was reminiscing this morning
Yeah.
and I said, in the next 70 years to come, a lot of us may not be on earth.
Yeah, true. Very true.
A lot of my peers will not be around.
Very true. 70 years?
Yes.
That's like 110.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I just wanted to use that margin.
Wow.
That in the next 70 years,
Wow.
I'll be turning 47 in a couple of days.
Wow.
If I add another 47,
That's 94 years.
that's 94.
Wow.
And
Apache.
so, and I do not want to be around when I'm incapacitated that my kids will now be the ones, or they'll go and put me in a shelter where some people are looking after me.
Yeah.
Once my assignment is done, a day longer, I probably would not want to be here. So nobody's going to live forever. So when you are saying, I shall live and not die,
Yeah.
yes, a faith declaration, but it should not negate or take the place of you doing what is proper.
Yeah.
If you want your family to continue to be in unity when you are gone. I have 2 boys. I don't want a situation tomorrow because I'm no longer here. The 2 of them will go at loggerhead with each other because their daddy did not split property, or one person wants to oppress the other. In your grave, you will be rolling and crying like, I wish I had done this.
Yeah.
So it's not a thing of fear. That you're making a will does not mean you are going to die now. And the truth is, once you fulfill your purpose on earth, a day longer is not even necessary. Jesus Christ spent only 33 years.
Yeah.
But what he has achieved, the world is still feeling the effect, even in his absence. His name is still distributing wealth till tomorrow. So it's not in the length of your days. It's not in the length of your days.
Sorry, I'm keeping a straight face. You know, this, as much as you are talking to the audience, like,
We're speaking to each other.
I'm also feeling the heat of that message.
You know,
Yeah.
and more often than not, you find out that a lot of lawyers don't even
Yeah.
prepare their wills. We have a very notorious case in Nigeria. One of the foremost lawyers we have in Nigeria. I would not want to mention name.
Yeah.
His children went at each other because daddy did not leave a will. Daddy was very wealthy. And the truth is that there's enough to go round, but some people want more than others.
Yeah.
And if daddy had sat down and said, okay, you see that property on 3rd Avenue,
Yeah.
it's go to my first son. The second son has no business going there. Particularly when the will is valid.
Yeah.
Now, there's one thing to make a will, and there's another thing for the will to be valid.
So let's even discuss the validity of a will.
Now, for a will to be valid, it must be in writing.
Okay.
It should be in writing. I will come to customs later.
When you use the word writing, does that include a digital will?
The question is, do we have a digital will? I'm not aware if there's a digital will. Because for you to have a will,
Yeah.
is in writing, and you are going to file it at the probate registry at the High Court.
That means it must be filed at probate.
Yes, you have to file at probate.
Probate is where the wills are domiciled.
Yes.
Okay. How safe really is having to domicile your will with probate? Like, are there data breaches there? You know, things.
You do not expect there should be data breaches. the court, they say, is the last hope of the common man.
Yeah.
And we expect that whatever is done in court is properly done.
Yeah.
We do not want to envisage a situation where somebody goes to tamper.
And maybe you
with
now
it.
see somebody's will. The person is still alive, but his will is already on social media.
No, you can't do that. That is breach of data. You can't even do that.
Because my concern now is how safe.
It is.
Yeah.
It is locked away in a safe somewhere. That is why the best place to lodge your will is the probate registry.
And
for
not in a
safekeeping.
bank. Do people keep wills in the bank?
Why are you keeping your will in the bank? That's not. It can probably lead to a situation where that will be challenged.
Okay.
So the best place for you to lodge your will is at the registry, probate registry at the High Court. You pay a fee, it is registered and is lodged, and you're given a certificate of lodgement,
Okay.
which your lawyer who prepared it already knows. So when that time happens for that will to be read, everybody comes together. A date is fixed for the will to be read. And everybody knows it's coming to them. And having a will gives the testator room to pick those who be the executors.
Yeah.
I can pick you now as my friend Joe, that I know you're a person of integrity. I've known you for over 20 years. I know what you will do and what you will not do to the best of my knowledge, that you are an upright person. So I can pick you as an executor. I can pick someone else as an executor, 2 executors who will witness it. I will appoint my executors that XYZ will want to execute my will for me when I'm gone. And the executors cannot be you cannot benefit.
Yeah.
Once you are a beneficiary to the will,
You can't be an executor.
you have voided that document.
Wow. Wow.
Somebody can raise an issue and that document is voided. An executor cannot be a beneficiary. So it allows you do what you need to do.
Okay.
When you now lodge it, you are given a certificate. It is deemed lodged. Now, the person must be of a sound mind.
That's the executor
Yes,
or the testator.
Must be of a sound. If the person is found to be
Non-compos mentis.
yes, that's the ground for that will to be challenged. That he made it when he was not okay. That he didn't know what he was doing. It's on that ground it can be challenged in court.
Or maybe he did it. I'm just thinking that maybe somebody just had maybe some great sexual intercourse, for example,
And
with
so,
the wife.
So bottom line is he has to be
But that's still sound mind, anyways.
of a sound mind. Yeah. There are grounds upon which a will can be challenged. If the person is not from sound mind, if it was on sound mind, then the person is a minor.
Okay.
If you are a minor, you can't even make a will.
But you can be a beneficiary.
You can be a beneficiary.
Yeah.
A day-old child can be a beneficiary.
Okay.
You can say, okay, when my son or my daughter has her first child, that first child will get this property.
So you can activate something for the future.
For the future.
Yeah.
It gives you leeway to dictate how things are done, even when you are not here. It is you still talking.
Yeah.
It's just that your voice is not audible.
Yeah. So I want to delve into another area. This whole thing about gender. The first.
Sorry. I think I left out something.
Okay.
Now we're talking about validity. And I remember I mentioned in the beginning that I was going to talk about custom and tradition.
Yes.
Now, there are some traditions that don't allow you, even if you do use a will, to will out certain properties.
Yeah.
That if it's challenged, it can collapse that will. For instance, in Edo State,